All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is our last Futuristas call for round number 4. I can't believe it. This one went fast, I think. Fast. So today is Monday, September 8th. It was my fault. I forgot. We talked about the time. I didn't schedule it. It was my bad.
Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Whatever. As you can see, I'm not here. I'm not all there yet.
I'm the same way.
I need to take a nap, I think. So, oh my God, what did I do? Hold on. Oh, sorry. I pressed something with the computer. So today we're going to recap the week. I got my notes. I did do that. I got my notes. We're going to talk about the different topics from week 4 and call to action. And obviously, we're question and answer like always. So make sure you're ready for that. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So the first day, the post was about attracting your ideal customer. And this one's important because, and I really believe that it stems back to really knowing who you are, because you don't want to just be posting and trying to talk to everybody, because then you're just throwing crap at the wall and no one really understands what your true message is. And I really have seen it loud and clear this year that when you are very specific in your message, and you just go out there and be bold and just be you, you will attract the people that are meant to be in your life. It's just having that clarity and really knowing. It starts with you. Everything in this business starts with you. It's knowing what really makes you tick, what makes you different than me, because we're not going to attract the same people, and that's okay. But you can't shy away from really owning your gifts and who you are. And once you do that, you have your unique message. Those people that get you, that get your stories, which we're going to talk about the story next, they're the ones that will start to come into play into your life. And I've seen it this year so clear that being bold, that is when the people will start to, message you and talk to you and create this relationship with you. So your story, super important. Thank you I know I saw Carol and Audrey, you did your videos, super powerful. Last year at Summit in 2019, I did a presentation in Spanish on how to share the business opportunity, the whole thing in Spanish for 30 minutes in Spanish. And yeah, it was hard. And it was all storytelling, because to talk about the business and the products, you have to learn how to storytell. And no, I'm not going to say that when I started, I knew how to do that. Now, I'm an okay writer, but through the years, you start to learn that there's different pinpoints that you have to hit when you're creating a story. You can't just tell part of it and then not create the solution, or how you elevate it, or how you shift it and use that as a teaching moment. So in my presentation, luckily I have it in English and Spanish. I'll share with you guys the English one that I did for Diesel Nation. It all comes back to knowing where you were when you started in every story. Where was the starting point? What were the issues? What were the pain points? Then what was the solution that came into your life? So that's where you can talk about the business opportunity or the products. And then you give some insight there, and then you close it out with, how did the solution change my life? How am I different now? And that's how people will start to say, oh, and resonate with different bits and pieces of your story. But guys, everyone has a story. I hear it from new coaches all the time. No, but I don't have any stories. Your whole life is filled with stories. It's just a matter of training your brain to find those moments, and then just sharing with vulnerability and honesty, because again, you are the face of your business, and that's how they're going to really jive with you and your message. So I'll share the presentation. That'll be bonus. You guys can watch that when you have time. And with all of that is consistency with the business, with social media. I always tell people, especially now, and I said it on the call with Jeanette Marcel's team the other day, it's really easy at this time of the year to be like, yeah, I'm just going to go on vacation. I'm tired. The holidays are coming. There's too much going on. Kids are in school. I'm just going to take a break. This business runs in 3-month delays. So when you start, It takes a lot of work to get those wheels burning and get it momentum happening. If you decide to stop, you're going to feel it 3 months from now. And it's going to be hard to pick up that consistency again. But right now, what we're doing is we're setting ourselves up for 2021 right now. Not in December, and absolutely not in January. Absolutely right now. The seeds you plant, the people you talk, even the no's, you never know. In January, February, when everybody wants to lose weight, they're going to be like, oh, wait, I remember that one time that Carol messaged me. So you have to continue. And remember, I always show up. So if you stop showing up, that affects your credibility. They'll come to me because they know that no matter what, I'm going to be there showing up every single day. So it's really important. The consistency goes with everything, with social media, with the business, with inviting, your fitness, everything. It's a decision to show up. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And that's how then you gain a transformation, which was day number 4. I think transformations, they're important, but we can't just get caught up on the physical anymore. I think Beachbody has changed a lot since I started, because maybe it's because I was so hung up on the physical transformation. I feel like people were always highlighting that, and now we're celebrating non-skill victories and, other kinds of transformations. And just know that, for me, we're fit for life. My goals are lifetime fitness goals. They're not for a program or a season or for the wedding or for bikini weather no. Every year I want to be better. And so for me, it's not even about a transformation. It's highlighting my consistency. And I do those posts sometimes where I'll go back same month for like 4 years and be like, look, there's hardly any change. And that's something to celebrate, because it's hard to stay consistent all the time. But people want to see that you're working on yourself and that you are always striving to be better. It's not about the abs. It's absolutely not about that, because not everybody wants that. So we can't just be fixated on one physical attribute when there's so many other changes that have happened in your life. So transformations are super important. Share yours. You can share all of Diesel Nation's. If you guys go into the Diesel Nation Rising, there's albums in there, albums and albums and albums. In all our different challenge groups, you'll find transformations, and you can use those to spotlight different programs and also the process. And then the final day, I think, what we want you guys to take away from this is that we're always learning, number one, because I learn stuff every day. It's not about perfection, obviously. It's just, we need to now take the information that we have and we need to share it with your teams. This is not collect and store it for yourself. Now you turn around and you teach it to your team. And that's how you become a leader. So, duplication is important. This group is going to stay open. You can go back and read the lessons. You can rewatch the videos. We're always going to be here. I think one of the most beautiful thing is how you guys have become friends. And I love that. That was a piece that was missing for me for a really long time. And now seeing how you guys are, you have your own little clusters and you're moving on together, like graduating together into like next level legends, is super cool. So that's all I got. Susie?
Yeah, I think that just the priceless thing about this group that I want you to like carry with you forever is the friendships that you're making now. Because I remember when I first started in my business, when I felt very alone, I wasn't pushing forward because fear sets in. You get scared of inviting. You're like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, my transformation. I don't like my body. But when you literally link arms with other women who have common goals, then it's like you feel like if you could soar. That was when I felt that I was able to really like shine my light and push this business forward. It was when I made those relationships and those friendships that I could say, all right, girls, like if I do an invite and I get an objection and I don't know how to answer it, I can always go back to my girls and be like, hey, can you help me express myself in the proper way? Because sometimes we know what we want to say, but we don't know how to say it. Mm-hmm. So, like walking through all those objections, the inviting process, sharing your transformation story until you don't get comfortable, you really, like, for me, there was a power there. Linking arms with women that can carry me through, that can carry that weight. And then once I got comfortable, then you start like mentoring other women, and it's beautiful because then it's like you're paying it forward, which is what this business is. You work on yourself and then you just pay it forward. So really just hone in on those friendships. Other than that, Becky covered everything, and I think I want to just take it straight to the question and answers, because I feel we always say that that's where the magic happens. You know, that like we want you to finish this group with all your questions answered so that you know how to carry on. So if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, go ahead and ask the questions, and we'll just take it from there.
I have more kind of I guess it's more of a statement. I know Becky knows this because I messaged her, but Friday I was like ready to throw in the towel. I was just, I was on the call for Legends 2.0 where we had to like message people, and they gave us these scripts, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot do this. Like, it just wasn't me. So I actually signed up for the Josh Coates training because it was recommended in the group. Just so I could get some, like a different perspective of doing the recruiting, because whatever was said in the group on Friday, in Friday's call, it just wasn't speaking to me, if that makes sense. So,
that's because we all do things differently. That's the thing.
Right. And I listened to it for 4 days, and it was almost like the guy was in my teenage diary. Like, all of the things I was afraid of, he was calling out. Like, who cares what, Becky from the class of 1993 thinks about your post or your message or whatever. Like, who cares? And as if I'm 45, like, why do I even care?
Yeah.
About that stuff. So I hated high school, so I know that's part of it, but it's like these people aren't thinking about me. I mean, I probably don't even cross their mind. So, like, they're not judging me. So I needed to get out of that headspace. And I was able to do that. And I sent out 30 messages. I tailored the message to my, I made it my own. I was able to do a couple of good, sorry about the barking, a couple of good posts that were from the heart and got good responses. And I got 5 people for the call tonight. So
there you go.
People that I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you.
Audra, that's amazing.
Yeah. So Carol knows. I mean, I was bugging Carol. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. But, I just stepped out of my comfort zone. I made the invite my own. And yeah, and I got some no's. I got some not nows. A few people ignored me, but I did get some, I'll listen. So I just wanted to say that it's worth putting yourself out there, because people will say yes or maybe, or so that's all.
Audra, I think that's phenomenal. I'm going to just share this in case if anybody could relate. So I love that you made it your own, because Becky's always saying, coach your way. The way that I invite doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has to do it that way. As long as you do it your way. The no's are actually good, because the no's open the door already to communication and a relationship. Usually, in my experience, the no just means not now. And I'm just going to give you a little perspective. Let's say that I were to sign up and become a Mary Kay consultant. Do you think I'm going to get yes all the time, or am I going to get no's? I'm going to get no's. Because if I have to say, hey, love, can I go to your house and put some makeup on your face? And can you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's going to be like, sure, girl, come to my house and throw on makeup on my face. Not everybody likes makeup. Not everybody's going to want to do a home party like Mary Kay does. Not everybody's going to want somebody to, put makeup on their face that they don't really know until they don't build some type of relationship usually. And let's take it even further to another, company. Like, I remember there was the cooking one. It was Pampered Chef. Do you think that those people didn't get no? Of course they did. Not everybody wants somebody to come into their house and cook. So the no's are okay. We're going to get the no's. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. The goal is to understand, not to just drop them. Continue that relationship and that communication. You could still send them a recipe or send them a music playlist, or, hey, how are you? How have you been? I saw that you went away for this weekend. How was your long weekend? Where did you stay? Continue, because that no, in my experience, is always a not now. So good for you for making it your own. You know, you've got to feel comfortable with your invitation. You know, I do a lot of voice, you know, messages, but not everybody feels comfortable with that, and that's okay. I'm very energetic. You know, other people are not. That's okay. We're still doing our job, and there's people out there that are going to be meant to do it with us, like, or with you or whatever. So just be open to that. There is no right or wrong way. We're just giving you our experience, what has worked for us. But as long as you know how to make it your own, look at you, what you just did. You just got 5 people in for tonight. That's huge, Audra. Huge. I'll admit it. I've had many sneak peeks where I haven't even had one person, not one say yes. But the goal is to never throwing in the towel. This is longevity. Push past it, and trust me that, you know, with time, you're going to get so comfortable. You're going to, you know, get credibility, and it's going to, it'll happen. This business is long term.
And I think like I told her once a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was in the thread, I said, you just have to disconnect yourself from the outcome, because we can't prejudge people. We can't make the decision for them. We're not in their head. You just have to know that sometimes it's just, they're not gonna, and you just move on. Christy and I at the beginning, we were like, oh, it was a no. Okay, next. Okay, next. Because if your goals are big and where you're going is big, then you need to realize that it's going to take work. And, you know, the more message you send, the more you tweak it, the better you get, the more comfortable you are, the confidence starts to shine. And, you know, things change, but it takes time. But I'm proud of you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the purpose of Next Level Legends, I know it, because like Susie said, we're all so different. Like, I personally don't like the whole flirting thing. I don't like it. I don't like people flirting with me. So I'm like, no. So I do things more like, you know, just like kind of black or white, like I am very black and white. So, and that's fine. That's my personality. But, you know, like we can't try to fit in a box that someone else put you in, because then it feels icky. So I applaud you for pivoting and figuring it out. Oh, what I was saying, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit brain dead today. Next Level Legends is there to push you to take action that you've never taken before. And, you know, yeah, everybody has their different unique takes. So they're going to plant the seed here, do it this way, because they want you to kind of do that, like massage it, figure it out. But at the heart of it is, we're not trying to train you. We're trying to push you to take action that you haven't done before. So it's exciting.
Yeah. Anyone else? Other questions?
You answered my main question, was because, you know, I'm an eternal student and I haven't been able to finish all of my lessons. So I wanted to make sure that you guys kept this group open, because some of the material I do want to go back and be able to kind of like review and do again. And some of the calls were pretty lengthy, so I only was able to like listen to like maybe half of the videos or things like that. So I wanted to keep that open, because, you know, working the regular 9 to 5 and then trying to do this, because I want to be fully focused and intentional in everything that I'm doing, gets overwhelming. And then especially trying to finish Futuristas and then, you know, also being in the Next Level Legends, it's like, it's a lot at once. And this morning I woke up going, oh my God, I didn't do my roadmap. So it's getting there. It's happening. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, because my goal for the month is I am at least gonna, I want to hit SC10. Like, that's one of my non-negotiables. And it's, it's the 8th and I still haven't done it. I have some people that are like, yes, I'm going to sign up with you next week. I'm waiting for blah, blah, blah. But it's, can be stressful.
Yeah.
It can be, but Carol, let me share this. So looking back at my journey, I wasted a lot of time, like worried about that I was listening to every single call, right? I'm a perfectionist. And I struggle with OCD. And if things aren't perfect, like I feel like if it throws me off. I've grown in these 5 years that if I could talk to the Susie back 4.5 years ago, I would say, don't stress about not listening to every call and re-listening because it was that good, because there's going to be so many calls that you're never going to be able to catch up. I still have not been able to like catch up on other groups that I've been a part of. And you just have to understand that what you're meant to listen to is going to, like, you're going to grab it, right? Within the time that you have. So I don't want you to be a collector of information. I want you to give it your best, right? So that you listen to the call, but then you have to take action, because that is where you learn the most. I'm not saying you're not doing it. I'm just giving you a little tip so that you don't feel overwhelmed, because yes, this business could feel overwhelming. But if you listen to a call and right away, like, you take action and implement the action, you're going to feel more productive, because at least you're doing the things. Whereas if you're just like, wait, I need to listen to every call before I move, it will never happen. There's a million calls.
Yeah.
It's the
That
national
happens
wait.
to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It happens to a lot of people. They never do anything.
No. And then they look back 3 months and they're like, well, how much money did I make? You barely made, because you didn't take action. You were worried about the perfectionism about listening to the calls. I know, because I was that girl. I wasted 2 whole years just trying to say, oh my God, I have to listen to every single call so that I know it all. No. Looking back, my best advice is take action. The calls are always going to be there. We're always going to be busy. Whatever call I miss, I feel like if that's probably not a call that maybe I was meant to listen to. Just get organized, do your best, and don't stress that it's like the 8th and you haven't hit anything, because I've been in this business for a while too, and I'm at 0. I'm at SE0 right now. Exactly. Exactly. It happens. And last month I was at SC20. So you know what I mean? Like, just focus on the positive. It's going to happen. Yeah. You're going to attract your people, because you're going to be working at sharing your journey every day, and try not to stress, because then that's the energy you're bringing. Remember, this is a gift. You're going to share, and you're going to attract the people that need you. Like, that's my best advice, because trust me, I was there in your shoes. So I understand you 1,000%, but I'm telling you, take action and try not to stress, in the sense that just continue, and you'll see that doing the things, people will, say yes to you, and you will help. And some months are going to be better than others. Sometimes we got to push harder than others. I get it. But, I don't want you to get too focused on the stress, because then it leads to saying, okay, I'm going to throw in the towel. And then what?
Yeah. It's also this, like I was telling Susie this weekend, that it just feels like I could feel the stress in the air. I could feel it, like, from everybody, and the kids, and the school, and the COVID, and the this. Everybody's so stressed out right now. It's so stressed out. I could feel it.
Yeah. But you know what? Today I woke up and I was like, okay, we're going into the 4th quarter. Like, literally, this is September for me. Like, Labor Day officially for me closes summer. Like, in my mind, like, that's it. Like, now, it's going to lead closer to, like, the holidays. And I told myself, I have a new opportunity to either go all in and become stronger, or am I just going to sit there in the anxiety because the e-learning is frustrating? No, So I woke up and I'm like, that's it. It's like a brand new year, so that I could just refocus, refuel, and just continue to push forward, because there's no other option. So, we might as well just say, okay, we're going to get through this. This too shall pass, and let's go crush some goals, because at the end of the day, that action is what's going to get us closer to whatever goals it is, whether it's financial, growing the business, whatever it is. So this call should be good fuel for you guys to just say, let's push. We have no, really, I mean, think about it. What are we going to do? We have to push. We got to push forward.
Yeah, our team, we have big goals, and we got to keep moving forward. It's like, I see it too. The 4th quarter is knocking right there. We're like literally 3 weeks away, and we got to make a push now. And we have products still lined up, but like the breakaway, I can't off the top of my head remember when it comes out, but like, guys, get in tune with that, so that you can start talking to your runners. If you have people in your life that would like to do a program like that, now is when you have to start forecasting all that work and getting people in the pipeline for that. It's really important.
Yes, Becky, I agree. It comes out October the 5th. I do know, because since I'm a runner, I'm very on top of that program, and I already started talking about it last night. on my stories, I was already like, all right, 1 week before the free sample comes out, who's excited? Like, we have to start already promoting. Because even if people are not runners, but they want to learn how to run, like you could still, you know, touch that audience. I've been telling my audience, like, listen, if you've never run and you want to learn, you start with walking. The walking leads to jogging, and the jogging leads to running. It's just like a baby learning how to walk. You know, it's the same thing. So start talking about it now and share the excitement about that. We always have a variety of programs, and I think that that's where we're able to touch more lives.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
What a great idea. I gotta see now. Oh, Larissa, 3 challenge packs sold.
Good for her. Awesome.
I know.
That's
All right, guys.
awesome.
Oh, sorry. I just have a
go.
question. Do you guys recommend any other books besides The Slight Edge?
Yes, many books. Becky, do you have a few favorites?
The thing is that it depends on what it is, I think, that you're looking for. I mean, I'm not a big reader, but I really, the Compound Effect is a great one, but that's similar, kind of similar to The Slight Edge. Let me see what I have in my Audible.
My commute is about a half an hour each way, so I'm like, why am I sitting here listening to a bunch of music? I don't really.
Yeah, you could do Audible. So the 10x rule is great because it really tells you that if you want to hit your goals, you got to 10x them. It's not, in the beginning, I was always like, I'm just going to hit SC6. That led to very little income. I'll be honest. That's just the minimum. So when I really was like, okay, I really want to see more income, I knew that I had to 10x my actions. So that one's good. You're a Badass is great if you're feeling like low in confidence, which we all.
That's me.
It's good.
I like Unfuck Yourself.
I haven't read that one, but it's probably probably with the same message,
it's
right?
It's a guy, I like the Audible, and he's like Scottish or something. He's got like this, at first I was like, what? And he's awesome because he curses, but he's always dropping like these awesome Marcus Aurelius quotes, and like, I've heard that book more than once. I like it. I love it. His name is Gary John Bishop. He's awesome. That's a good one. There's like, You Are Badass at Making Money, which is
yes, I heard that one. And the Miracle Morning, if you're struggling with time, Miracle Morning is excellent. I was always that girl that was like, I'll never wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't need to. And now, you know what? I crave that time because it's my quiet time. I get to focus before my big one wakes up at 6:30. I get to be, you know, in the presence of God. For me, that's critical to start my day that way. I get to do my affirmations. And you know what? I was so scared of making that move. And when I made it, now I'm like, I crave it. I'm tired. I'm not going to lie. In the morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sleepy. But then when you start feeling productive, you start like getting even more like, oh my gosh, I'm pumped because I have more time to do things. So that one was a really good one for me to like get my mornings organized. And another one that I love is called The Energy Bus. It's fantastic to get like your team, your people, like that energy. And that book makes me rally my team. And even if you don't have a team right now, it's still good that you read it because it talks about how your energy is contagious. You know,
yeah,
like,
and I have a hard time with that. So like, I'm very, it's not that I'm not excited. I just have a hard time
expressing
it out there. I feel very like monotone all the time.
So read that one. That one's good. Like your energy is contagious because like, look, because Becky was always posting her fitness workouts, she inspired other people to work out. Does that make sense? It's the same thing with your energy. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing, you know? So that's a really good one too. And I mean, Dare to Lead from Brene Brown. I like anything from Brene Brown. That's great to become a leader. So, I mean, I hope those help you.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, anyone else? Comments, questions? Don't be afraid. Jeanette, do you want to talk about anything you're going through? This is a great time to really just talk and let us help you.
Okay. So you just mentioned the confidence thing. So I do have to say I'm very low on the confidence. I'm trying to do my postings, and most of the people I reached out to, they all say, no, not now or later. I had one that said, I'll call you back in the evening. never called me back. I text her, she just doesn't follow up. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a little frustrated, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna continue the readings and probably start again from the beginning of Futuristas, just so I could like kind of retrain myself and see where I'm going wrong, or I'm not sure. So
okay, so Jeanette, a couple of things. So number one, are you really dialed into a program?
I'm doing MBF. So
Okay.
I did MBF twice, and then now I'm doing MBFA. This is my last week.
Okay, are you sharing your journey, your workouts, your pictures?
Okay, I'm a little shy with sharing my pictures, but I post every day. I do say that, this is like core circuit, and I'm doing MBF. I have lost 15 pounds.
Wow,
congratulations. I got a lot of response from that, but everybody that I asked, hey, you don't want to join my team, everyone's like, no, not right now, maybe later, whatever. So I have prospects, they're just not, maybe there's something else I could say or do. I don't know.
Okay, so my advice is absolutely continue to share your journey.
Okay.
If I were you, I would bring up the courage of sharing your transformation. Okay. Jenna, you have to think that 15 pounds is bigger than a newborn baby. Okay? So what you've done is massive, massive. I was one that wanted to lose 10 pounds. So imagine what inspiration that would have been for me if the goal was just 10 pounds and you surpassed it. So sharing your journey, sharing your transformation, sharing other people's transformations. And the one of the things that I've learned recently is that when we say, join my team, what exactly does that mean? You got to elaborate. People are probably like, good for you, you're on a team, but I don't know what the hell, what team are you talking about? Like, Is this a soccer team? Like, people don't know. So elaborate a little bit on the fact that your team is your business. It's a tribe of women that are, really seeking to become leaders, to inspire other people, to influence wellness, to inspire others to become healthier. Like, talk about what that means to be part of a team. Talk about the benefits of joining this business. What has it done for you? Does it fill your cup because you feel that you have a place to belong? Is it serving you because it is helping you become a better person in your health? Is it serving you because emotionally it is fueling you to become stronger to get past this COVID? Is it paying your bills because right now you need that supplemental income? Like, really diversify the conversation of what it means to become a team member, because a lot of people don't know. We think they do, but they don't. Okay. So my advice is personal development, hardcore. Whether you listen or you read it, if you're feeling low on your confidence or shy, really work on this first and foremost. Fill your cup with awesome knowledge. I gotta tell you that I've been reading Autumn's book. And let me tell you, this right here is serving me for personal development, because it is reminding me the importance of my journey. My fitness journey is what gets me to do this business. If I am not taking care of my own fitness journey, then I'm not really being authentic to my audience. I've really got to make sure that I am doing my part. So this is serving PD. I fuel myself with this. I'm learning so much from her. I love her even more now for getting into so much detail. And then I'm able to give it to my audience. So fill your cup, personal development. When I go into my workouts, I have to get into a state. I'm like, okay, Susie, let's rock and roll. Put your earpods on or whatever, put your music, give it sweat. Stand in your power and your glory. And then you're able to just say, guys, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. Or however you want to say it, but then say, oh my God, this fills my life in all these areas, in all these ways.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I hope that helps you a bit.
It does.
Because that's the power that we have. That's the gift that we have to share. And I always think about that mommy or that woman that's struggling. So you sharing it over and over and over again is okay, because there's millions of mommies and women out there that are struggling, right? And so we're the light. We're the ones that are here to say, you're not alone. You too can start. you too can just start by starting 10 minutes of a workout, or just start drinking a little bit more water, or just, you know, start reading a little bit of personal development. Share those little tidbits, and you're going to see that when you add that value to your audience, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, Jeanette, where have you been all my life? Like, it gets to that point. And you'll see, be confident. You're meant, you know, to give out like that gift to other people. If you're here, if you feel that in your heart, just continue to plant those seeds.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? I know Jackie's working, so she probably can't be on like present, but anything else you guys want to cover? V, do you want to add anything else? I know that tonight Becky's doing a sneak peek, so if you guys want to be fueled, that is a great thing to be on, because when you're done with that call, I'm like, all right, let me go and bite, because I'm pumped. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, make sure that you take today to share something. Like in a little while, I'll do some stories and then share the images. I already did a post, but you know, it's important that you go back through your contact list, old people, re-invite them. I was doing that earlier. I'm going to keep, you know, searching for more, because like I said, our team, we're on fire. We have big goals. And even though, you know, we came off of August with the Team Cup, and I think people get a little tired during Team Cup because it's like a lot of activity. But now we need to refocus, get really super intentional on where we're headed, know exactly like the roadmaps, what it is that you need to get to Diamond or wherever it is that you want to go. Because now is the time, and I get it that this is like a hard time of the year because people are a little bit unfocused, but there's still people out there looking to get in shape. Like regardless if, you know, I know that there's still the country is in a lot of turmoil, but there's still people that need this blessing. So one of the things like we have to focus every day is on our purpose. And you know, if you're faithful like we are, then you have to be like, no, my job is tied into my faith is this business. I have to put this in front of as many people as possible. And you cannot be scared to do that, because that is how we're going to bring in the right people into our lives. So I think you back up that, yeah, it can get scary to go out there, start talking to people, but we have to get clear on what is the mission behind what we do. And that's to provide hope, to provide extra money, to provide community, love, support, empowerment, fitness, health to women who need us. Just like we needed each other because we found each other for a reason, you know, there's still people out there looking for us. And if you assume that power before you go and bite, before you take steps into the business, I think it'll be more fun. Because you never know, like maybe this next one will be that rock star that I've been looking for.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know if you girls know, in the Diesel Nation team page, there's a schedule posted that every day there are power hours being hosted. So like if you don't know what to do within like, you know, the time that you could actually sit down and work the business. I know some people do pockets of time, and that's fine. But let's say that every day you're going to sacrifice 1 hour of really focused work to connect and invite. There is a schedule on the Diesel Nation team page where you could hop on, and there's a bunch of Beachbody coaches working together, and they guide you. Okay, today, now for 10 minutes, we're going to invite. For 10 minutes, let's add friends to grow our network. For 10 minutes, let's go just love on people. For 10 minutes, let's go watch stories and comments for engage. For 5 minutes, let's do a poll. It's great because it's very intentional, very focused work. And I've been doing this for like 2.5 years. The funny part about it is that now is when we're like, oh, everybody's doing them. But for 2.5 years behind the scenes, I've been doing it and it works. That's why I've been successfully hitting my business goals for over 50 months because that does work. So if you need a little bit of guidance or just an hour of that focused work that you're not going to be worried about, oh my God, I got to put a laundry load or whatever, in that hour, if you could even just do 30 minutes, 45 minutes, jump on. Because there's a lot of like different times. So if you can't do the morning, there's night. If you can't do the night, there's morning.
I agree that I think that's a big game changer now. And the fact that Diesel Nation is different people are hosting at different hours, not just in the morning, because some people can't. They're getting ready for work. They can't. And some don't want to do it at night. They're tired. So it's awesome that our community is so strong right now, that we have people stepping up and leading. And, you know, we said this before, we keep talking about the community. You guys cannot be afraid to jump into these calls with people that you're like, oh, I don't know them. You'll meet them, because these are the people that are going to be around you a lot in the future. Guys, we were supposed to have the Diesel Nation Diamond Retreat coming up in November, and we're not canceling, we're postponing. The optics would have been terrible if 300 people show up in Orlando and we're all like on top of each other and booty dancing. The optics would have been really bad. So we're gonna postpone, but guys, that's something that you have to look forward to. Now you have more time to qualify for it. And
Yes.
that'll be, when did we say, February?
March
Early
4th.
March.
Can I share something that might help Jeanette?
Yeah.
Sure.
Something that I kind of learned with the training I was doing this weekend. One of the things that he said is, I must tell the story I do have, even if it's not yet the story I want to have. And I made a list of the things that I felt before I started Beachbody and the coaching. And then, so mine were like anxious, alone, unconfident. And then I created another list for the after, so how I feel now. And I picked like key words in each of them. And then when I write my post, I start with how, like you were saying earlier, how I felt. And I pick those 3 words and I'm constantly saying them. And then I pick one event in my life. But one of the examples was, you know, they stayed in bed and watched Netflix all day. And then you start talking about the after. Like that staying in bed watching Netflix all day was kind of the turning point where I don't want to be in this hole anymore. So that may help Jeanette with maybe her storytelling, is maybe writing those words down and kind of thinking about how she was feeling and why she decided to do those things, to, you know, to become a coach or start MDF, and then write the after of how she's feeling.
Yes, Audra, that's a good concept too, that in the Beachbody world they've talked about, which is sharing feel, felt, found. Okay, feel, felt, found. When you share that, you know, how you were feeling or how you feel now, you know, or how you felt and what you found with this, there's a connection there. There's a concept that they say that it's really good to be able to share with people how you know, overcame certain things. So maybe that's something that could absolutely help you. And I agree with Audra in the sense that there in the past, when I've like run out of things that I want to talk about, just make a list of all the things that you like about yourself or that describe you. And that's going to get your wheels turning to what to share. Share with people who you are, you know, and then you could even actually talk about or make another list of qualities that you want to find in women that you know want to bring and attract. So then it's almost like your brand. You're talking to that person that's out there and you attract that type of person. And that's how you start building your tribe. It's incredible how people, you know, start like joining you for certain things that you do. Like my team is faith-based because they know that in the morning, the first thing I do is I pray, Bible time, you know, devotional. And so a lot of people are always like, oh my God, I'm so attracted to you because your faith, you know, your faith is so strong. And so that's how you start noticing that, you know, people will be like, oh my God, I like that about you. So share that. Absolutely. Make that list. Thank you, Audra.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
It was really great. Anything else?
Yes.
Of my notes.
I actually have to sign off, ladies, because I have a 1 p.m. work call. So thank you. This has been great. I've appreciated all of the lessons, all of the calls, and, you know, the friendships, like I said, that have been, you know, that have definitely come out of these groups. So hopefully I will talk to you guys soon.
Yes. Thank you, Carol.
Bye.
Okay, so if no one else has no other questions, nobody, are you sure, Audra, you're comfortable? Janae, you're good? I didn't see any questions in the group or in the chat. If you girls are struggling a little bit with inviting, lean into the community. If you get an objection and you don't know how to walk through it, lean into the community. And remember that in the Diesel Nation team page, Becky has posted even her scripts, like there's transformation pictures there. There's lists of personal development. Like it's huge, the resources that we have in that page. So if you're feeling a little bit lost or unmotivated, trust me, go on that page. And as you start scrolling even through the files, you're going to even start seeing success stories. You're going to see like checklists of all the things that you could be doing. Just consume your mind with all that positivity before, you actually work. If you're feeling a little bit like I'm stuck, I'm confused, I want to throw in the towel, go in there and trust me, you're going to get a bit of inspiration and just, go get your workout in, or, send a message to, a sister coach here, whatever you need to do to help you move forward. That's what I want you to see, is that the community is there for you. The resources are there, all the things. So we should never feel alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a breather, sit down, maybe just write down your priorities, refocus on the goal, but let's take action now, because this is the time where now, like I said, we're in the fourth quarter and we got to push even harder. Push even harder now. Yeah. It's not time to be like, forget it. It's time to say, oh my gosh, I want to become even bigger and better now.
Yeah, there's going to be some big celebrations at the end of this year.
Yes.
We'll see. We're working hard. We're working.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, I don't know what I do with my phone. I wanted to take a picture. Oh, it's on the back. Sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze and then it went away. I didn't want to sneeze on camera. All right, let's take a picture. Oh, there's a lot of glare. All right, I got it. Oh, my phone.
All right, girls, have a beautiful day. Thank you for being a part of this group. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, ladies, for everything.
Becky,
yeah, you guys, we're gonna start the next one next week, so we'll be sharing about that. But if you have like people on your team that are gonna work, because we want it to be effective, let us know.
Okay.
Can I take the picture again?
Sure.
My phone was really dirty. I'm like, why is it so blurry? All right, got it. I'll tag you guys. All right, guys, have a great Monday. Remember tonight, sneak peek.
Tuesday.
Did I say Monday again?
You did.
Right. Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
I love it.
I'm going to be off all week. All right.
That's
whatever.
how I feel.
And
all right,
bye,
we'll
bye, and bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.